Here to talk about my dream ride. No, it's not a super bike. It's not a sports car. It's not even one of those luxury vehicles, the BMWs and the sorts. It is my dream ride is manufactured by Bajaj Auto or by TVS Auto in India. It's black and yellow in color and it has 3 wheels. Yes, I'm talking about the auto rickshaw. And while I love auto rickshaw itself as a vehicle, I always used to play with auto rickshaw toys in my childhood. But what I really want to talk about is the clan who drive these auto rickshaws, the wonderful, astonishing, and at times astounding people who are dressed in the khakis, right? The auto rickshaw drivers. I've lived in 3 cities in India over the last 10 years, Bangalore, Mumbai and Pune. I've lived a lot more than 10 years in Bombay, but in these 3 cities, I have of course come across thousands of auto rickshaw drivers across these years, and they've taught me a lot of lessons, and I'm here to share some of them. The first one is something from Pune. And the auto rickshaw drivers in Pune, if they are given a choice between sitting and playing cards under the shade of a tree and agreeing to take me somewhere, they are most likely to choose to sit there play cards. So from them, I learned the lesson that life's too short to run after money. It's better to spend some time with friends and have a good time. The next one is from Bangalore. Now in Bangalore, they call themselves auto drivers, and yes, they are dressed in khakis and they drive an auto, or they at least sit beside an auto. But really, they are activists in disguise. Their motto in life is to ensure that everybody learns Kannada. So they'll be sitting there in their auto reading the Times of India. But as soon as I go and talk to them, they'd forget very promptly and very kindly, forget all their English to ensure that I get my daily dose of Kannada lessons. The next one is back to Pune. These guys are master negotiators. So once I do get somebody to agree or consider going to the location that I am talking about, the next big challenge is to get them to agree on the fare, right? And that's where their negotiation skills comes to the fore. They would start off by asking a question, where do you want to go? And I'd say, hey, I want to go to Yerwada. Next question, where in Yerwada? I'd say, okay, Shastri Nagar Chowk. Where in Shastri Nagar Chowk? I'd say Herms Heritage. Where in Herms Heritage Society? Is it inside, outside? Is it this building, that building? Till I feel stupid and ashamed of myself that I don't even know the exact GPS coordinate of where I want to be. They'll keep asking those questions. So my lesson from them is that as a negotiator, questions are your best weapons. Just keep asking questions till the other party decides to give up and say, okay, 20 rupees extra, will you go? Back to Bangalore. Bangalore auto drivers are, like I said, they are language fans, but they are also scientists. They've done some really deep studies on the internal combustion engine of the auto rickshaw. And over many years, they've now deduced that there is a direct correlation between moisture in the air and the amount of diesel that the vehicle uses. So as soon as it rains, and it could be any sort of rain, it could be proper rain or it could be just the rain gods wiping their brow. As soon as any sort of moisture is in the air, they know that their engine is going to take twice or at least 1.5 times. Come on, at least 20% extra fuel is going to be used by the auto, and thus as a fair-minded, scientifically oriented citizen, it's my duty to be responsible towards this phenomenon and share the extra fare. And so once I have got through these first 2 obstacles, getting them to nod their head in going to my location and getting them to agree on a fare, is one of the biggest lessons, and this is actually a shared lesson, not just for me as the passenger in the auto rickshaw, but also for all the other vehicles on the streets, right? For all you bikers and drivers who use your cars on the road, it's a joint lesson for all of us together, with their extremely well-paced, predictable and plan driving on the roads, they ensure that everybody else in the road is always attentive, always awake. They ensure that they keep tricking you with a few interesting questions here or there by suddenly cutting across into your lane, or by deciding to hit the brakes on a, even if it's a flyover, they would just decide to hit the brakes and, I don't know, check their fuel tank or something like that. And so that all of us, the other drivers, get to learn the lessons that the road is not a safe place to take your eyes off. And as a passenger, it teaches me the lesson that life is too short and I need to live it to the fullest at every moment, because who knows what will happen the next moment. So those were some of the lessons I've learned and I've shared with you. I'd like to conclude though with the most important thing that I've learned from all my auto rickshaw encounters, which is that patience is the greatest virtue of life. And from interacting with the auto drivers, I've figured out that if more people try this out, more people have this experience, they realize that there's no need for meditation halls, there's no need for those Japanese Zen gardens. You don't need any of that. All you need is the interior of a yellow and black three-wheeler with your guru there, the auto rickshaw driver, to teach you the meaning of what does it mean to have a strong mind, a strong heart, and a peaceful mind. Over to the Toastmaster.